are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington football team. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll find Hall. The pass. 7 yards, the pickup there. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
This is Edwards, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The numbers there in last week's game for Smith. 5 catches, 74 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Taken down and
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Elliott. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a gain of 16. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Washington 0.
Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 9-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Number 12.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. A gain of a yard.
Winston now.
2nd and 9.
He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
To Ezekiel Elliott. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think you got caught in between and created a foul.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First down, Dallas.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Number 12. Touchdown.
He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On third down, here's Edwards. Big hold to the 30, and he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
40-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Smith catches left side. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. But it's caught on the right side at Smith.
The pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And that's caught by Smith. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
For a Washington.
8 yards there on a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
We have hit halftime still. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Caught by
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Winston now to throw on first down. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete.
Winston's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Winston
12 yards there and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Winston's pass.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Dixon. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Again, it's Winston. And this one is incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again. Winston. Then he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Cowboys.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up
second down and goal. Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he'll complete this to Gibson. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And inches.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Ezekiel Elliott.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The throw over the middle taken in, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On 1st down, it's Elliott. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
Number 88.
3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now left side on the swing pass.
The pass.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Yards to go.
From the gun, Winston. Over the middle, complete. It's Dixon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 40.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
You better be afraid of me. Mike, 55.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
Mike, 55.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That's another Washington first.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This is brought in by Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Neville Gallimore never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the...
Instant replay. Entering
Here,
sprint
give credit for
zone.
that. Too little, too late, but no zero.
Randy Bullock.
You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
The kick is
Really good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Washington 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 42. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Winston here to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
First down, Dallas.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then
They knew what they had.